resist them, break people out of their mind control trance, engage the New World Order, shatter the left-right paradigm, defend the family, defend self-defense, defend private property rights, defend everything that the globalists are assaulting, everything that is good and honest and wholesome, which historically enlightenment and empowerment and beauty and creativity has flowed from, like a mountain spring, versus the pus that flows from the scrofulous, cankerous New World Order filth pit. So I will tell you that if you don't know how to find the InfoWarrior channel on YouTube, you just go to the Alex Jones channel on YouTube. There's big links at the top of every one of our article pages on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Right up at the top of each page, you see a YouTube icon. You can go to the Alex Jones channel, which has 80 million views on that one channel. With all of our channels together, it's well over 200 million just the last 2 years, as you know. Counting other YouTube channels that carry our stuff, it's got to be 300, 400 million. I can't even do the math. I can't go through each channel. 5 million here, 20 million there, 2 million here, 8 million here, 14 million there, 70 million here, 80 million there. I mean, it's a bounty of people we're reaching. I am so honored. I am so blessed. And it's all free, 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 free. And I wish I could literally give you my blood if it would defeat the globalists quicker. Okay, I'm not doing something that is heroic here. It's called survival. If you corner a raccoon will attack a grizzly bear if it's cornered, and sometimes win, because it'll run around, jump up on the back of the bear, and start clawing its eyes out. That's been videotaped. It's got the fighting spirit. You ever seen a wolverine whoop a mountain lion that weighs 4, 5, 6 times? It's got the initiative. But you can also try to get out of the way of the grizzly bear. And I'm just trying to get people to have their basic survival instinct and recognize that the globalists are a threat. That the globalists are a threat, and that if we recognize it's a threat, we can do incredible things together. And we are cornered. We are under assault, all of us together. They like to give the delusion to bureaucrats and control freaks and uniformed enforcers and executives that they're part of the elite. That's the disease that the average yuppie, even making $50,000 a year, believes they're members of the elite. And the minute you show them and prove to them that they're under assault and that they're under attack, many of them will finally wake up and break their conditioning. Now, the point here is my overdriving mission is to have a healthy, happy society. We'll never have a utopia. But if we just give in to the fact that, oh, that's the way it is, corruption's the way it is, and we just give into it, we know things are going to fall apart even faster. We know globalism is a disease. It is modern slavery. It is high-tech serfdom. We know its fruits are death and poison. We must resist it. We don't have a choice. And the big secret is when we get up on our hind legs, we have victory after victory after victory. So I am not a hero. I am a cornered badger. I am a cornered wolverine. I am a cornered little dog. Okay, it's the same thing, and I don't have a choice, and I'm doing everything I can. Doesn't mean I'm perfect, I have all the answers to fight the globalist. And God bless you all for what you've done and your support of this transmission. That's why we've been so successful. Charlotte Iserby, I need to add, will be joining us in the last hour today to do a full hour on Skull and Bones Secret Societies. And she likes to play it down that she's the reason, literally, that all of this is even public. I mean, just like Jim Tucker blew Bilderberg wide open, if you got to say one single person doggedly deserves that credit, Charlotte Iserby, even more, you can say it's her. She leaked it. She scurried away with her dad's books. He didn't even know it and got them out to the world. The secret annals. By the way, you get me Rob doing here, or is this the day he works at night? You bring him in here. I just had an epiphany thinking about this last night when I said get Iserby back on. We've got to go back up there, and we've got to get every bit of that data that we can immediately. We've got to go up there and scan every bit of it. You guys have to go back to Maine. I mean, I sent you for one thing when hiding in plain view was the real information. Hey, why don't you bring a chair in here? Why don't we talk about it in the next segment, then I'll get into the news. I told you it's impossible to cover the news, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to happen. We'll try to take your phone calls. I mean, you ought to see the news here I've got. Counterterrorism experts tells cops in the U.S. killed militant Muslims, including children. Remember Bruckheimer was in the Ithaca Times, the private, and he said, yeah, we go into Afghan camps and kill everybody. And the Army clarified, well, only certain camps. See, they train the cops, kill even Muslim children. You know, even if they don't have weapons, just kill them all. The cops are now trained to kill kids, and then they go, by the way, you've been trained like an attack dog on the dummy of the Muslim. And they go, now, by the way, now the enemy is a family on a ranch wearing cowboy hats, and they move the Muslim puppet out, and the attack dog goes right at your throat. You understand how that works?
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract.
My name is Van, and I'm 68 years old, and I live in Vermont. In the spring of 2003, I started to have problems with my heart. It felt like my heart was pounding, made me feel breathless. I tried many different things to try to get some help for myself. Nothing did anything.
Heart and Body Extract is very powerful, very effective, and works quickly.
I saw one of Sharon's ads and ordered Heart and Body Extract. I noticed a difference quickly, within days. The episodes became less frequent, and by a month had completely vanished.
Usually you find a 30-day or 60-day guarantee. Heart and Body Extract comes with a lifetime 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. Call 866-295-5305. 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Again, the Congressional Budget Office sounds the alarm. This time warns of Greek-style U.S. debt crises. You heard me right. The GAO is drawing a parallel between the U.S. economy, its debt, and the current Greek economic meltdown. With the debt-to-GDP chart climbing into unfamiliar territory, the growing budget deficit will rise to unsupportable levels. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. The Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises document the CBO has published is a must-read for every American, covering the risk of continued deficit spending coupled with an aging population and the rising interest rates spell economic disaster. It's imperative that you get a copy of this document and study it for yourself. Call me today at 800-686-2237 and I'll send you a free copy. Again, call 800-686-2237 and ask for your copy of the CBO document. Once again, you need to read this government report. Call 800-686-2237.
Pure water. What could be better than the gift of health for your loved ones? And who better to help you give the gift this holiday season than BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com? If those on your gift list are drinking or bathing in unfiltered city or well water, chances are that water is contaminated with rust, bacteria, chlorine, and fluoride. For just pennies a day, Berkey Water Filters remove dangerous contaminants from both well and city water, is powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, and is great for camping and emergencies. Right now, GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems and free shipping on orders over $50. Purchase any filter system from BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com to get your choice of Berkey Sport bottles, a KDF shower filter, a set of fluoride filters, or the new Sight Glass spigot, absolutely free. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Give the gift of health at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com today.
Charlotte, guys, is on in about an hour and 40 minutes, but let's go get on the horn with her before she leaves town, and I want to dispatch you. This will be like a $3,000, $4,000 mistake I made by the time I fly you up there in the middle of a blizzard, not getting the full Skull and Bones stuff, but call her up. I'll talk to her later and say, yeah, Alex, the more he thinks about it. I know she scanned some of this in and put it on her website, but we can't make it ever download. Maybe she can send us the file as a zip file. Also, I want to interview her son. He's really informed and interesting, and former military guy in demolitions, special forces guy. In fact, I wanted to interview him while we were up there, but I guess he had to go to work or something. But I want to send you both back up there to get the full Skull and Bones interview. Did you get video of the grandfather clocks and all that?
Yeah, we shot that a lot of that.
But then she pulled out the real stuff after the interview was done.
Oh yeah,
the hardcore.
Yeah, we'd packed up everything, and I mean, literally everything was packed up. It took us an hour to pack everything up, and we were kind of chit-chatting with her and
eating cookies,
and she said she sent her son she said, go get the books up in the attic. Or he had the idea, I think, and he came back and it was rosters of who
This was
died.
After she interviewed for 6 full hours.
Yeah. I mean, we had talked. She was really tired at the end. She was like, huh. And we're like, all right, 5 more questions. And then.
All right. Well, here's the deal. And I know she wanted to go for all that time.
Oh yeah.
Literal Vulcan mind meld. You got to get up there and get 2 hours on Skull and Bones.
All right.
Now, she did speak, you guys said, about an hour on Skull and Bones. We've got that going up on PrisonPlanet.tv next week. She
talked a lot about her father and his relationship with Skull and Bones. She did a really long,
well, I've got a list of questions.
Yeah.
Like the rituals and how it ties into different elites and everything. So I really want to get you back up there. Because like I said, she's leaving for 3 months. And her book's out of print. And she's kind of silent. She's 80 years old now.
Yeah. She looks good, though.
She does.
Run around. She cooked us dinner. So she's a nice lady.
I know you guys got in late because of global warming blizzards.
Yeah.
She was demanding that she would give you good old Maine hospitality and that you stay there. We ended up staying in a hotel because you got in so late. But I'm sure she won't mind you coming back now that she's sweet on both of you and make you more cookies and stuff. Get that information, man.
Yeah.
Because, she plays herself down. She's the person that blew it wide open through Sutton. We need to get the full data information of the people.
We can do it.
I remember just 10 years ago with the system denying that Skull and Bones even existed.
Yeah, I've read the Anthony Sutton book, and the interesting thing is he was able to put all that together through the list because, we did flip through it even though we didn't film the list. You see a guy like Avril Harriman, he has a bio more than 2/3 of a page long, because he did so many diplomatic things while doing all this skullduggery through Skull and Bones with Russia and Nazi Germany, alongside Prescott Bush and the others, as you know. And so that's how he was able to piece it all together, because it has all the kind of suppressed bios of all these individuals.
Yeah.
It shows what they did, shows their activity.
And then on top of that, she has this rare book from the Reese hearings in Congress, and I think it was 19...
But the government had destroyed.
Right. They thought, yeah, she thinks she has the only copy.
Like, how much was she offered for that?
She actually bought it off of a guy who was offered a lot of money for it from the Rockefellers. They offered him, whatever you want. They said, name your price. And he didn't sell. And then she sold it to Charlotte. He sold it to Charlotte for, it was about $3,000.
And then didn't he fall down and hit his head then?
Oh, I
think I remember reading that. Okay, so what else you want to throw out at folks about this interview that's coming up live today? We're going to recap a lot of stuff she's talked about.
Charlotte's a wealth of knowledge, and just sitting back listening to the people from 2 generations back, she's really got her eye on things, and she's really been able to chronologicalize a lot of this stuff in terms of education. That's her main forte. But then going into Skull and Bones, she's just a wealth of knowledge. So you can learn a lot.
And you talk about her hidden influence with the Sutton book. The real story of Skull